Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Jazakumullahu khairan, everybody. You are the people who have gone through the whole course and have come and attended lesson 10. Excellent. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it very useful for you. So it's lesson 10 of 10 today. There inshallah is one more class next week, which is on the Salah translation. So we apply what we've learned in this course onto our Salah, hoping that we get amazing khushu after that, inshallah. Right? So let's begin. So the homework was write down the full table for the verbs qala and kana. So it's just a matter of going through your notes and coming out with these. Main thing to remember here is the third person starts off with ya. The second person starts off with ta. The rest is the same. And then obviously for first person, we have aqulu and naqulu. So it was just a matter of copying this from your booklets, from the slides, etc. And the hopes is the more you write it, the more you remember it. And with this one, it's very similar. Yakunu, yakununa, takunu, takununa, and then akunu and nakunu. Okay, so I hope that's straightforward. Just a matter of learning it and committing it to memory. Remember, you need to go over it again and then test yourself, and you go over it again, test yourself, and you keep on doing that, inshallah, until you know it. Then we did this. So basura yabsuru. Please type down what is basura yabsuru. Good. Anybody else? Okay. To see, to perceive. Excellent. Next one, jaza yajzi. Yeah, jaza yajzi. What is that the verb for? We use it, yes, good. We use it when we say jazakallah khair. May Allah reward you, jaza. It's a word in Urdu as well, jaza. 118 times. So these numbers, when they come with the root verb, it means that, doesn't mean that this particular basura comes 148 times. It means the verb basura comes 148 times in its different, templates, but that word will be there, yeah? Ja'a yaji'u, ja'a yaji'u, ja'a. Excellent, excellent, good, good. To come, 278. Hakama yahkumu, hakama yahkumu. To judge. And I would say that these numbers for the root words, they should be more accurate, inshallah, because there's apps that you can get the numbers from. There's one called, I forgot what it's called now, but there's a few apps, and I got these numbers directly from them. Okay, 210. Khalafa yakhlufu, khalafa yakhlufu. Khalifa, what is a khalifa? Comes afterwards, yeah, and this is behind. Razaqa yarzuqu, razaqa yarzuqu. Allah is the one who gives the rizq. He is ar-Razzaq. Right, so razaqa yarzuqu is to provide, yeah, sustenance. Raja'a yarji'u, raja'a yarji'u. Return. Excellent. 104. Rahima yarhamu, yarhamukallah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rahima. In Urdu we say raham, right? It's the same word. Excellent. To be merciful. Ra'a yara. Ra'a yara. So weak verb. Good, to see. Ara'ayta alladhi. Yeah. Ara'ayta alladhi. To see. Sadaqa yasduqu. Sadaqa yasduqu. To be truthful. Abu Bakr Siddiq. Yeah. Verifier of truth. Right. Connected to this word here. Sabara yasbiru. To be patient. That's where you get sabr from. Sabrun jamilun. Sabrun jamilun. And the last one, shahida yashhadu. Shahida yashhadu means to witness. Excellent. So we get shaheed from. Shahid, shaheed, mashhood. Yeah. So for next week, because you're still going to get homework and you're still going to get words to learn. What I will do, inshallah, is about Wednesday, I'll post the answers in the Telegram group. So we won't go over the answers for lesson 10. So next week, we'll get straight on to the Salah class. Inshallah. Right? Witness. Okay. That's a 9 test. How can you tell if a verb is weak? So the way to tell is it's the same as we did a few lessons ago. If one of the root words contains either an alif, a waw, or a ya, then we know that the verb is weak. And the other way to tell a verb is weak is if the second and third root letters are the same. Yeah. A, B, C, D. That's a nice name. A, B, C, D. Right? That's right. So if one of the letters of the root word is an alif, waw, or ya, it's a weak verb. Or if the second and third letters of the root words are the same, like dalla, like marra, like barra, for example, or murra. I don't know which order, but mim ra ra, ba ra ra. Right, okay, so translate the following. So this was in the test. Taqulu, second person. Okay, the ta makes it second person. You're talking to. The ta means to. You're talking to the person. Yeah. Taqulu, you say. Yaqulu, he says. Yaquluna, they all say. Taquluna, you all say. Aqulu, I say. Naqulu, we say. Okay, so it's just a matter of remembering these words and remembering the structure, the ta, what the ta does, what the ya does, what the alif does here, and what the noon does. So translate this. So wala, and not. Yeah, and not. Just like the time being. Aqulu, I say. So I do not say. Lakum, to you all. Inni, indeed, I. Malakun, an angel. So, and I do not say to you all that indeed I am an angel. Okay. Ataquluna. So taquluna means you all say. A makes it into a question. Ataquluna, do you all say? Alallahi, against Allah. Ma la, what not. Ta'lamuna, you all have knowledge of. So do you all say about Allah, against Allah, what you all do not know? Yeah. So a matter of learning the templates, learning the tasks, learning what they do, learning the root words. And the thing is, sometimes, many people, they do the course again. So you're welcome to do the course again the next time it's run. You're welcome to do it off the YouTube recordings. You can ask me anytime, inshallah. Ask on the group or ask me if you have any questions. Okay, but keep with it. Yeah, keep with it. This is just the beginning. This is just beginner's level. The next, inshallah, will be level 2. And I wanted to mention about level 2. I might not teach level 2 this year. It might be the year after or something, because I want to teach level 1 again, because I feel level 1 is the sort of the main one to get people off the ground. But I'm going to say, yes, level 2 is available on the YouTube channel, this one, in the playlist. Go to the playlist and you'll see level 2 Quranic Arabic. That's this whole thing again, but level 2. The booklet's there to download. The tests are all available in the description. And you could, if you wanted to, sit down and do it yourselves. Or you could wait for when I do it next time. Right? But you know, you're more than welcome to come back to this class again the next time I run it. Inshallah. Okay, so Quranic Arabic, lesson 10. Bit sad as well. But you know, right? Should we start? Just looking for an answer before I start, just to see if people are still, yeah, right. So, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Right. Today, inshallah, we are going to learn a few things. One of the things we're going to learn is the future tense. The future tense, we have not done the future tense yet. We have done past tense, we have done present tense, and now I'm going to teach you future tense in about 10 minutes. Inshallah. Right? So the good thing is, you don't have to learn another table. You've done the past tense ones. Remember, kataba, katabna, katabtum, katabtu. We've done that. And then yaktubu, taktubuna, yaktubuna. That's present tense. We've done that. The good thing to know is you've already learned the table for present, for future tense. You've already learned the table. And the table is the same as the past tense. The table is the same as the present tense verbs, right? So what I'm saying is the present tense verbs that you've learned, they can also be used for future tense. Exact same table, right? So when you see a present tense verb, it's normally present tense, but there are a few changes that you're going to see which will cause it to become a future tense verb, right? I'll show you inshallah, right? So the first one is this. The future tense is expressed by a present verb on its own. The context will tell you if the verb refers to the future. So what I'm saying basically is this. Jama'a means to gather. Yajma'u means he gathers. Yajma'ukum means he gathers you all. Okay, so this word means he gathers you all. Outside of this Quran, just if you were to see this word by itself, it means he gathers you all, right? Are we happy with that? So it's a present tense verb here, okay? Yajma'ukum, he gathers. The kum is just extra added on, okay? Kum means you all. He gathers you all. So it's present tense verb. So what this is saying is a present tense verb, when it's used in a future context sentence, it becomes future tense. So look at the context of this verse. Thumma, then, yajma'ukum literally means he gathers you all. Ila yawmil qiyamah, to on the day of judgment, right? Yes, right. So somebody's saying we don't have the future tense. Oh, right. Yes, you don't have the future tense slides, because what I did is last week I realized I forgot to put the future tense into the course. So there's about 2 or 3 slides you're going to need to screenshot. So what you can do, inshallah, I will, once I've added them to the booklet and rectified the mistakes of the booklet, I will send the booklet out, inshallah, on the Telegram channel again. What you can do for now is maybe press print screen. Press print screen on your laptops or your computers. And then you can go into Open Word and paste. Right click and paste, and inshallah it'll come there. I'll just take a picture. Yes, we got that as well coming, right? So So the first way to tell that a sentence is a future sentence is when a present tense verb is used, but the context of the sentence is telling you it's the future. So then it will translate as not he gathers you all, it's going to be he will gather you all. So it becomes future by the context of the sentence. You have to read the sentence and then realize it's not he gathers you all, it's he will gather you all, right? It's like, for example, I say, if I say I drive, right? I drive, a verb. If I say I drive a Lamborghini, right? That means I drive a Lamborghini. Now, if I want to say it in the future tense, I'll just say tomorrow I drive a Lamborghini. Now that means tomorrow I will drive. I'm using the same word, I drive. But because I'm talking about tomorrow, it's going to translate as tomorrow I will drive. I won't say I will. I'll just say tomorrow I drive my Lamborghini, which I don't have. Right? So can you see? I drive is present tense. Tomorrow I drive the car. That's going to now translate as tomorrow I will drive the car. So I use the present tense, but the context of the sentence is telling you it's future, so it translates as future tense. Right? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So a future tense verb is just a present tense verb, but the sentence itself is referring to the future, so it's going to translate as future tense. Does that make sense? Somebody say yes. Okay, I think nobody's saying anything. Yeah, do that. Okay, good. Right, does that make sense, right? So, okay, that's good, that's better, right? No, that's better, right? So, again, there's a few ways to tell if the sentence is future. If the context of the sentence is the future, talking about tomorrow I will do this, then the present tense verb is used. But tomorrow I walk down the street, right? I walk is present tense, but because I'm saying tomorrow I walk down the street, then you're going to make it into tomorrow I will walk down the street. Yeah, it's like implicit, right? So the context, you're not going to definitely use a past tense verb when talking about the future. It's going to be a present tense verb. And the way you're going to know it's the future is because the sentence, something in the sentence is telling you it's future tense. So then that present verb will translate to will gather, right? That's the first way. You can just tell from the sentence, many times. Okay. But the present tense verb is used and then it becomes future because of the context of the sentence. Okay. The second one is easier, right? The future tense is also expressed by sofa being placed before the present tense verb, right? So when sofa comes in front of a present tense verb, it becomes future tense. Like sofa ta'lamuna. So ta'lamuna, what does ta'lamuna mean? Ta'lamuna means you all know. You all know. You all have ain, lam, mim, ilm. So you all have the ilm. You all have the knowledge. You all know. Right? When you put sofa in front of it, it means soon you will all know. So it becomes you will all know because of the sofa. So sofa is a future tensor, right? It makes it into the future tense. It's just the present tense verb, but sofa coming before it makes it into future tense. Okay, so this one's a bit easier. Maybe I should put this as A, because it's a bit easier. Yeah, do you get that one, everybody? So sofa coming in front of a word, a present tense verb, makes it future tense. Like this is in the Quran. So it translates as you shall know, you will know, you will come to know. Yeah, good. So sofa means soon. It translates as soon, but it shows that it's future tense. So you shall soon come to know, like that. Yeah, good. So you, and the last one, right, is just get the scene of sofa and attach it onto the present tense verb, right? So look at this. Yaj'alu means, what does yaj'alu mean, by the way, people? Yaj'alu, just yaj'alu. What does yaj'alu mean? So you have to know what ja'ala means. Ja'ala means to make. So yaj'alu means, yaj'alu, what does yadu? Ya means he. Yeah. Not he made. That's gone to past tense. Ah, good. That's right. A, B, C, D. I'm a bit suspicious about you. I think I know who you are. Right. Okay. Right. So yaj'alu means he makes. Right. He makes. Now the scene, look, the scene, sofa, is also used in its shortened form, scene. So when you get the scene and you attach it to the start of the present tense verb, it becomes future tense. That's it. Them three. Yeah. So sayaj'alu means he will make. Exactly as you've written it already. He will make. Right? He will make. And then Allah is the one who will make. Right? So over here, grant. So Allah is the one who will grant ba'da, after, usrin, difficulty, yusra, ease. And I used to get muddled up in usr and yusr. Which one is ease? Which one is hard? Yeah, hardship. Okay, if you know tajweed, if you do tajweed, you know how to pronounce the ayn. Which one is easier to pronounce? The ayn or you? Which one is easier? Which one is, so let's say, okay. Which one is, okay, which one's harder to pronounce? Usrin or yusran? Which one is harder to pronounce on your mouth, on your exertion? Usrin or yusran? Okay, the ayn is harder to say. Usrin, ayn, right? That's harder. So that's the one that's hardship. And yusran, that's easy. There's no difficulty in saying that. It's not hard to say. Yusran is easy and it means ease. Yeah. So they come together. Usr is difficulty, hardship. Yusr is ease. Hope you like that. Right. You might already know it. Right. But there you go. Right. So again, the three rules. When the present tense verb is used, but the context of the sentence is obviously talking about the future, then it translates to future tense. Second way is when sofa comes in front of a present tense verb, it becomes future tense. And third is when the scene of sofa, or just the scene, is attached to the start of the present tense verb, it becomes future tense. That's it. Future tense done. You happy with that? That's it. You've done future tense now. So you've done past tense, you've done present tense, and you've done future tense. Seems easy, yeah? S is saying it seems easy, of course. Yeah. The Quran is easy. You only have to do, how many lessons have we done? 10. We're doing 10, right? So that's 20 hours, less than 20 hours, and you're already beginning to start translating parts of the Quran, inshallah. Yeah. And if you don't know, the formulas are in your book, the tables are in your books, you can go back and learn them. But a lot, you've achieved and accomplished a lot, I think, inshallah, for 10 weeks, right? For 2 times 10 hours, right? So that's it. Future tense done. Yeah. H, are you Arab? Okay, no answer yet. Right, okay. So this is the verse. Okay, this is the verse. Let's look at it. Qul, say, Allah, Allah, yuhyikum, He gives life to you all. He gives you all life. Right? Present tense verb, okay? Present tense, there's nothing, there's no sofa there, there's no sa there, and the context is present tense. We've not said anything about the future. It's not saying anything about the future yet. So say Allah, He gives you life. Thumma, then, yumitukum. Yumitu, He causes you all to die. Another present tense verb. He causes you all to die. Thumma, then, yajma'ukum ila yawmil qiyamah. Then He gathers you up on the day of resurrection. Doesn't make sense. He will gather you up on the day of resurrection. Okay? So present tense verb, but now the context has changed to future. Then He will gather you all on the day of judgment. Okay, Arab, that's fine. Right? And then la rayba fih, no doubt, fihi, in it. Walakinna, lakin, meaning and but. What does it say here? But akthar an-nasi, akthar means most. An-nasi, most of mankind, la, not, ya'lamuna, they all know. Okay, so there's some words you have to learn there. The structures look kum, fihi, lakinna, ya'lamuna, ila, thumma, qul, right? Some of these words we cover, okay? So I just wanted to show you the context of this. So this is present tense verb talking about present tense. This is present tense verb talking about present tense. This is a present tense verb, but it's talking about something going to happen on the day of judgment, so it becomes future tense. Yeah, He will assemble you, right? So that's just an example of that, what I showed you in the context. Yeah. Right. Okay, somebody's asking, where is sofa? Good question. Where is sofa? So there is no sofa. That's one way to tell it's future tense, if sofa is in front of it, right? The other way to tell is if the sa is attached to yajma'ukum. That's the second way, and even that's not there. And the third way is the sentence itself in the context is telling you it's future tense. So you use a present tense verb, but the context is telling you, it's saying, then He gathers you all on the day of judgment. Okay, now on the day of judgment, so He will gather you all on the day of judgment. So the third type is where the present tense verb is used. There's no sa, there's no sofa. It's just talking about the future. It's talking about something in the future, like I drive a car. Tomorrow I drive a car. Now it's not going to, I'm still saying I drive, but because I'm saying tomorrow I drive a car, it doesn't make sense. So that I drive is talking about the future. So it's going to be tomorrow I will drive the car. How do I know it's the future? Because it says tomorrow in the sentence, because I'm talking about the future. So even when I talk about the future, I can use a present tense verb, but it'll become future tense because of the sentence is talking about the future. SH, did that make sense? Cool. Right, good. Alhamdulillah. Anything that happens good is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? Anything happens bad, it's from myself and shaitan. Thumma means then. Thumma means then. Yeah. Okay. Right, so we're done. That's future tense done, complete. I think today I've got to go at Salah, I think is at 8:30. I'm just check 1 second. I think, yeah, 8:30, I think, right? So about 8:25, inshallah, I'll go. Okay, right. So now we're just going to learn 2 more concepts. You've got these slides in your booklets now, okay? You've got these slides in your booklets. So I'm going to teach you 2 patterns, and they come lots of places, right? And it's going to increase your vocabulary because it's a template that you can apply to a root verb. And that is, how do you get a root verb and change it so that it becomes the doer of that verb? So say, for example, I say to sing, for example, or let's just say another one, to, all right, to sing, right? To sing. How do I change it so I make it into the word singer? Talk, to talk. How do I change it so it makes it talker, the one who's doing the verb? Yeah. He disbelieved, disbeliever. Yeah. He submitted, submitter. Right. He heard, or he remembered, rememberer. Okay. So we're talking about getting the root word, modifying it, and then it becomes the one who does that verb. Right. So let's see. Qatala, right? You might be thinking, why do I always use the word qatala? There's a reason for it. The reason for it you find in level 2, right? So qatala means to kill. Literally in the sentence, qatala means he killed, right? But it's the verb for to kill. How am I going to modify the root word to make a new word, which means the doer, the one who is doing that? And in this case, killer, right? Killer is the one who is doing the verb, yeah? So how do I change the verb to make it into the one who does that verb? There's a formula. The formula structure is you leave the first letter alone, but between the first letter and the root letter, you stick an alif. So it becomes qa. The second root letter, you stick a kasra, a zair on it. Qati. And the last letter, you put a double on it, a double dhamma as default. So qatilun is the one who does qatala, right? And it's got double ending, it's become a noun, right? It's become a noun now. It's become the one who does it, so it's a noun, right? So qatala becomes qatilun, right? So let me give another one. Fa'ala. Fa'ala means to do. He did. So how am I going to, without looking at your books if you can, if qatala becomes qatilun, what does fa'ala become? Qatala, qatilun. Now I want to translate it as the one doer, literally doer, because doer is the one who does it. Excellent. Yeah, good. Right? So qatala becomes qatilun, fa'ala becomes fa'ilun. And that's all you do. That's all you do. So all those words you've got now, many of them you're just going to put it into that template and it's going to come out with the doer of that word, right? So dhakara becomes dhakirun. Dhakir means rememberer. Yeah, the one who remembers. Okay. So fa'ala becomes fa'ilun. And in Arabic, many times this templates are based on this verb fa'ala. Fa'ala, fa'ilun, maf'ulun, etc. It's normally used with this verb fa'ala. So let's see. The ism al-fa'il means the noun of the doer, basically, right? The doer. In English, you call it active participle. If you don't know that, don't worry about it, right? Refers to the action and doer of the action, right? So it's the same pattern. Look, fa'ala is the verb, example verb. Fa'ilun is what you've done to it. It's gone through the fa'ilun machine. Imagine that fa'ala has gone through the fa'ilun machine, right? That's the trick. That's the template, that one. So let's do it now with this one. Kataba. Kataba means to write. Writer, okay? Sorry. Kataba means to write. How am I going to say writer? So kataba, like fa'ala, has to go through this fa'ilun pattern. So kataba becomes put kataba in that pattern. So the fa of that one stays the same. Good. You get an alif. So ka, ti, and bun. Katibun. So kataba becomes katibun. And who is a katibun? In Urdu, for you guys who know Urdu, katib. Who is a katib? Somebody's asking, is there always dopesh on the end letter? As default, yes, because we've gone back to noun land now. It could become katiban, it could become katibin, but for default, it's katibun. Remember, it's noun. So noun can end in three ways. Either katibun, katiban, or katibin. All mean the same thing. But for default, we always put double pesh, double dhamma. Exactly. Katibun is a writer. Okay, it may translate as writing, but writer. Okay, writer is the one to remember. And you can do this with many verbs. You might think, oh yeah, I know there's many verbs. Let's do another one. Zalama. So zalama means to oppress, right? Zalama means to oppress. So put that into the fa'ilun machine. Zalama becomes good. A, B, C, D. I'm a bit suspicious about you. Right? I think I know who you are. Right, but anyway, carry on. You got it. Good. Good. Close. Zalimun, okay? So fa'ala becomes fa'ilun, kataba becomes katibun, zalama becomes zalimun. Hey, we've heard zalimun before somewhere, haven't we, right? What does zalim mean? Zalim, what is a zalim? In Urdu it says zalim, right? What is that? The one who does zalama, the one who does oppression. So it is oppressor and oppressor, right? Wrongdoer, oppressor. I wrote this oppressing because it said oppressing in the book as well, but just keep with this one, oppressor. May sometimes mean oppressing as well, but oppressor, okay? Zalim. So that's what, even in Urdu, it's the same structure in Urdu. Katib, zalim, the words. That's where it comes from. You get the root word and you put it into the fa'ilun pattern, fa'ilun machine, and it comes up with the one, it's a new word. It means the one who does that verb, right? So you've learned a pattern and it should multiply your vocabulary now because you know the root word. Now to all those root words, you can apply this fa'ilun machine pattern and you've got a whole lot of new words that you've never seen before. You may have not seen many of them before, but you know what to do to it to make it into fa'ilun, and that's Arabic, okay? 124, look, in the Quran. I think that's just particularly that word, zalim, zalimun, zalimuna, for example. Okay, alima, alima means to know. So put alima in the fa'ilun machine. Alima becomes into fa'ilun machine. Excellent, 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 excellent. It becomes alimun. Yeah. Kataba katibun, zalama zalimun, alima alimun. Alimun is the one who knows. So the one who knows, the man of knowledge. Noah, yeah, Noah, the one who knows, right? So it's the same as, this is the same as Urdu, by the way. This pattern, this fa'ilun pattern is the same as Urdu. Katibun, zalimun, alimun. Let's do another one. Kafara. Kafara means to disbelieve. Exactly, and we've seen that everywhere, haven't we? Kafirun. Kafirun is the one who does the disbelief, so it is disbeliever. That's where we get kafirun from. Kafirun is disbelievers, right? So this is how you modify root words to make new words, and it's just learning the template. So the fa'ilun, katibun, alimun, zalimun, dhakara, dhakirun. So dhakir means the one who remembers. So zakir, the way that, like Zakir Naik, for example, Hafidhullah, it basically, dhakirun, it means rememberer, the one who remembers. And then like that, you got many other words like katibun, sadiqun, fa'ilun, alimun, salihun, right? The one who is, so that's the one template I want you to know. Are we happy with that? Okay. So katibun, zalimun, sadiqun, shahidun. Shahidun is the one who witnesses. Yeah. Abidun is the one who worships. Sadiqun is the one who is truthful. Sabirun, yeah, the one who is patient. Good. Sa'imun is the one who fasts. From Psalm. Yeah, that's a nice name. iPhone, yeah. Begins with E and then it's iPhone. Right. Allahumma barik fikum. Right. So yeah. So we see things connecting together. Yeah. Let's just think of another one. Can we think of another one? Zalimun, kafirun, abidun, shahidun. Kadhiba means to lie. Kadhibun is liar. Yeah. And then to make it female, you just go like zalimatun. You add the down buta. Alimatun. Alima. Kafiratun. Yeah. Sadiqatun. You put the down buta at the end and it becomes feminine. Hafidun. Exactly. Hafidun. Excellent. Rafi'un. Yes. So Hafidun is the one who does hafadha, which is preserve. So Hafiz is the one who preserves the Quran. Hafiz. Yeah. Same. Raji'un, the returner. Yeah. Right. Okay. So I think we got that right. And there's one more template now I want you to know. This is the last template. Right. But this one, inshallah, you're going to see how it connects as well. Connects in many places. Right. So dhalama. So this now is the thing described when the verb is done to it. Right. When the verb is done to something, it has a name. Right. So it's the done to pattern we're going to do next. One is the doer of the verb. Now this is like when the verb is done to something. What name do you give that? Right. So let's look. Zalama means he oppressed. Okay. To oppress. It's the verb for to oppress. So the verb done to something. Right. Zalama becomes madlumun. Madlumun. So look what's happened now, right? This is the pattern, right? For when the verb is done to something. Look, when oppression is done to something, that thing is described as oppressed, isn't it? Oppressed. When the verb is done to something. If you oppress a nation, then that nation is madlumun, oppressed, right? So when the verb is happening, is being done to something, then that's the new word, right? And it follows this template. It follows the madlumun template. So let's see what we're doing. We stuck a meme with a fatha in front of the word. Second, we put a sukoon on the second one. Third, we put a dhamma on the second root letter. And then a waw appears between. And because it's become a noun, you get a double ending. Right? So, dhalama madhlumun. So, madhlumun means the one who is having the dhalama done on them. Right? the one who is having the zalama, oppression, done on them, so it means oppressed. Are we happy with that? Okay. Another example, fa'ala. Again, this is like the template verb that books use, right? Fa'ala means he did, to do, right? Maf'ulun is done to. So the done is being done to something, you know, it's become maf'ulun, so it's done to, or done, right? So again, ma, schoon on the first root letter, dhamma on the second root letter, a waw appears, and the lam gets a double ending because it's now a noun. It's a noun. So fa'ala becomes maf'ulun, zalama becomes madhlumun, right? You might already start thinking, oh, I know a few words that have this pattern. Yes, this is where the pattern comes from, right? So it's called ism al-maf'ul. Maf'ul means done to. In English, you call it a passive participle. If you don't know what passive participle means, it doesn't matter. It's just for people who understand passive participle. They might click and say, oh, I know what he's talking about now. Used for when the verb is done, right? So when the verb has been done on something, or been done, then it uses the maf'ul pattern, right? So here we go. The verb is gone, fa'ala now has gone through the maf'ulun machine, right? It's gone through the maf'ulun machine and it becomes done to. So kataba, right? Kataba means to write. Put kataba into the maf'ulun machine. So you stick a meme first and ma comes. Then a kaf, mak. And then a ta with a dhamma, maktu. Then a waw, excellent, maktu. And the last root letter, lun, in this case, it's going to be bun. So maktubun. So maktubun. iPhone, are you an Arab? Right? Maktubun, yeah. Maktubun is that word. And what do you think it means? Without looking at your notes, if you can, what does maktubun mean now? Oh, fantastic. You're doing it as well. What does maktubun mean? Exactly. Written or written on, right? Written. Because the kataba is to write. Maktubun is basically that the verb has been done, right? So what do you call it when the writing has been done? It's because it's written. Fantastic. Non-Arab, just applying the lesson. Fantastic. Excellent, right? Maktubun. Next one. Zalama. What's zalama mean? Zalama means to oppress. We've just done this one, right? So stick it in the maf'ulun pattern, the maf'ulun machine. So madhlumun. Madhlumun. Right? We've done this one, right? So I'm helping you a bit this one. Madhlumun means yes, oppressed, because the zalama is being done, right? So who is it done on? The people who have had the zalama done on them are now oppressed. So they're madhlumun. Same in Urdu. Maktub, madhlum, it's the same pattern, right? Next one. Alima, okay? This one, inshallah, will be a good one. Alima means to know. Put alima into the done to pattern, maf'ulun pattern, done to. Fantastic. Yeah, ma'lumun. What does ma'lumun mean? When the alima is done, ma'lumun means known. Yes, known. So alim is the one who knows. Ma'lum is known. The verb is done, right? So it's known. So ma'lum means known, but that's how it connects to the root word known, right? Shahida. Shahida means to witness. So stick that in the done to pattern. The done to pattern is maf'ulun. Good. Good. Yes, mashhudun. Mashhudun means when the witnessing has been done, witnessed. So mashhudun means witnessed. And if you think, these exact words come in the Quran about this many times. Right? Let me give you one, a word. Karaha means to dislike. Karaha means dislike. Karaha. Put karaha in the maf'ulun pattern. Yes, but what's the word? Yes, you got it. But what's the word? Karaha becomes exactly makruh. Makruhun. Brother, that's makruh. Don't do it. Makruh. Karaha means dislike. Makruh means when the karaha is done to it, so disliked. Yeah, makruh means disliked. I'll give another one. Jabara. Jabara means to compel. Compel. So stick jabara into maf'ulun. Jabara into maf'ulun. Maj. Exactly. Majburun. What's majburun? When you've had that compelling done on you, that force has been done on you, become compelled, you've become majbur, you've become forced. Right? Right? Yeah. And you think of other words, majburun. Rafa'a means to raise. Marfu'un means raised. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of some other common words we know. If you can think of any, write them down. Actually, razaqa means to provide. Marzuq. Marzuqun means the one who's provided. Yeah. Majbur, maf'ul. Mansur means the one who is helped. Nasara, to help. Mansur is the one who is helped. Right? Majbur, maf'ul. Maftuh. Fataha means to open. Maftuh means opened. The door is maftuh. It means the door is opened. Right? And it's like that. Right? So this is a really good template to learn as well. Right? And it's time for Salah. So inshallah I'll be back in about 15 minutes, inshallah, and we'll just to show you what slide comes next. It's the verses. So we're pretty much done. Right? We'll come back, do the verses, inshallah, then we'll conclude lesson 10, inshallah. Okay, Jazakumullah khairan. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. You guys, if it's time for your Isha, you can read your Isha as well. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Right. So where we're up to. Yes, so Kataba, Maktubun, Zalama, Madlumun, Alima, Ma'lumun, Shahida, Mashhudun. So when the verb is done to something, you basically put it in the maf'ulun pattern. Right, so all that done. So let's go to the verses. Okay, so Rabbana. What's Rabbana mean? Rabbana. Rabb and na, our Lord. Excellent. Rabbana. Innaka. Inna means verily, and innaka means verily you. Excellent. Verily you, indeed you. Okay, verily you. Jami. Look, Jami. Okay, so we're getting the fa'ilun pattern here, yeah? Fa'ilun pattern. Jama'a means to gather. Jami'u means gatherer, the one who gathers. Jami'un nasi. Okay, gatherer of people. Right, and it's not jami'un because of some grammar rule, right? So it's jami'un nasi. ليوم, on a day. So translating as on a day. لا ريب فيه, no doubt in it. So our Lord, indeed you are the gatherer of mankind on the day about which there is no doubt in it. Yep. Next one. ذلك, that is, remember lesson 1, yeah? Remember lesson 1? What was it? هذا, هذه, ذلك, and تلك. Remember the lesson with the pictures and everything? Yeah, so ذلك, okay, that, or that is, يوم, that is a day, okay, a day. مجموع, مجموع, مفعول, مفعول pattern, مجموع. جمع means to gather. مجموع means when the gathering is being done, what do you call it? Gathered. Okay, so that is a day gathered, right, on it, or for it, mankind. So that is a day when mankind will be gathered. وذلك, and that is يوم, a day, مشهود. شهد means to witness. مشهود مفعول. مشهود, when the witnessing has been done, so that thing has now become witnessed. So that is a day that will be gathered for it, mankind. وذلك, and that is the day that is witnessed. So I'll just put for it there, because we just lahu generally outside of the Quran, for it, right? In this sentence, I'm not going to give the literal meaning of the word lahu here, because la can have different meanings. Okay, but if you understand it's being for it, you'll generally understand what the sentence is. Yeah. Next one. وَإِذْ قَالَ, وَإِذْ قَالَ, وَإِذْ قَالَ, and behold. In some translations, it might say and when, right? But and behold, قَالَ. What's قَالَ mean? What's قَالَ mean? I think it was last week's lesson. Good. He said. رَبُّكَ, رَبُّكَ, your Lord. لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ, to, the lam, this lam here is for to, when it joins on to a noun, or for, okay, to the angels. Inni, inni, indeed I, good, indeed. So indeed is inna, and then the ya, inni, indeed I. Ja'ilun, look, fa'ilun pattern, fa'ilun. Ja'ala means to make. So ja'ilun, literally, outside of this sentence here, means the one who makes, maker, right? So inni ja'ilun, right? Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala use ja'ilun and not yaj'alu, right? Now that comes into, balagha of the Quran. It comes into, why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala use this word and not that word? This word has this connotation of meaning, and that word has that connotation. Why is this one being used, and what's the wisdom behind that? And that's like, scholars do that. Scholars or people, who understand Arabic, they can maybe understand why. What's the significance of saying ja'ilun, the maker, right? Right. But translating here as shall appoint. Fil ardi, fi, in. Al ardi is, okay, so fi over here when it's talking about the earth, yeah, on the earth, right? You won't be in the earth, it's on the earth, right? So fi can also mean on, right? So fil ardi, on the earth, khalifa, khalifa, yeah? Khalifa has two meanings. One is someone who represents Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's commands, roughly, right? Like this. And the other one is the one who, it's a creation that succeeds one another. So they have children, and then they have children, and they have children. That's the two meanings of Khalifa that I know. One is like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's representative on the earth, and the other one is the person who sort of, they have generations after generations, this sort of creation. Right? Qulillahu. So it's Qul and Allahu, but what happens is you don't have two sukoons together in Arabic, so you have to put a vowel somewhere. So Qulillahu. Say Allah. Look at this one. Khaliqu. Khaliqu. What is Khaliqu? It's the same. It looks different, but it's still an alif there. It's the fa'ilun pattern again. Fa'ilun. So Khaliqu, creator. Creator. Kulli shay. Kulli means everything. Kulli means every, and shay means thing. Kulli shay normally goes together, right? Kulli shay, everything. So say Allah is Khaliq, creator. Yeah, Khaliqun is creator. Khaliq, creator. Kulli shay, of everything. Yeah, so we can see how the words, the patterns, the fa'ilun patterns and the maf'ulun patterns are being used in the Quran. Okay, different Arabic font. Okay, next one. La ilaha, la ilaha, no ilah, no deity, no God, true God. Illa, except, huwa, him, he. Alimu, look, alimu. Qul means say. Qul means say. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to say to the people. Right? Alimu, good. Alimu is knower, the one who knows. Alima means to know. Alim is the one who knows. Right? And obviously, when the same words are used for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it has a meaning that is befitting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and not the alim that you call a person here, right? Obviously, right? So there is no ilah except him. Alimul ghaibi, he is the knower of al-ghaib. Al-ghaib is unseen, unseen. That's why ghiba, connected with this word as well, ghiba is when you speak about somebody who is ghaib, he's not here. He is not here. So ghiba is when you speak bad about somebody who is not here. He's ghaib. He's not present. Okay, so alimul ghaibi, the knower of the ghaib, the unseen. Washahada. What does shahada mean? To witness. So shahada is the observable, the witnessed. Yeah. Next one, wadakhala. Wadakhala. You tell me what wadakhala means. Wadakhala. Wadakhala. And he entered. Excellent. It's a root word. And he entered. Jannatahu. And he entered. Jannatahu. Two words connected. Jannata, garden. Good. Who is his? Jannatahu. And he entered his garden. Wahuwa. And he. Zalimun. Okay. Fa'ilun pattern. Zalimun. Zalimun is, so know the word as well. Yeah. Oppressor. Yeah. Over here translated as unjust. Linafsihi, to nafsihi, to nafsihi. What's nafsihi? His own soul, himself. Right? And that's a surah, that's a part of a verse in Surah Al-Kahf, which is Friday today. So Islamically it's Friday today, between Maghrib, we've gone past Maghrib. all the way until Friday Maghrib. It's Friday, so we can read Surah Al-Kahf anytime between now and tomorrow Maghrib. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us the tawfiq to read it and understand it and practice it. Next one. وَمَا ظَلَمْنَاهُمْ, and not. Okay, and not here, it means and not. ظَلَمْنَاهُمْ. So what's ظَلَمْنَا mean? Break it down. ظَلَمْنَا. Anybody, what does ظَلَمْنَا mean? ظَلَمَ is a root word. Nothing is coming before it, so it's past tense. Nothing, there's no prefix on it. If there was a prefix on it, it would be present tense. This one is past tense. ظَلَمْنَا. What's ظَلَمْنَا mean? Okay, good. It's suspicious about A, B, C, D. A bit suspicious. Right, good. Well, you got it right. Good. Okay, so ظَلَمْنَا means we did not oppress. No, sorry. ظَلَمْنَا means we oppressed. Okay, the na makes it we did. Remember, katabna, we wrote. Yeah. So we wronged. And then hum means them all. Remember, hum? Hum is attached pronoun, which means them all. So wama means and not. So and not, we wronged them all. So and we did not wrong them all. Right? And we did not wrong them all because hum. Walakin. Walakin, but. Lekin. Right? Kanu. So kanu is last week we did. Okay, kana. Remember kana? Or in fact, not last week. This is the past tense because look, kana, nothing's coming before it. It's coming afterwards. So it's past tense. They all were. That's right. Okay. Does ma mean ta? That. Over here, wama means and not. And not. Sometimes it can mean what, but over here it's meaning and not. Okay, so kanu, so we did not wrong them, but kanu, they were. Kana means to be. Kanu, they all were. Yeah. Past tense table. Kana, kanu. Right? They all were. Hum, like exclusively them. Them. الظالمين. Look, fa'il, fa'ilun. Well, it's plural now, so ظالمون. You can write ظالمون, but in this verse it's got to be ظالمين because of some grammar. ظالمين. Otherwise, if ظالمون is written, it's the same meaning as ظالمين, but because of the Arabic grammar rules, over here you have to write ظالمين. But as long as you know that ظالمون and ظالمين mean the same thing, it's job done. Right? Wrongdoers. I think lesson 3 you learn this grammar rule. Right? I haven't done lesson 3 yet, so I'll have to get the slides, and inshallah if you're in the Telegram group, then you'll get notified of future courses, inshallah. Or if you see my status. Right. Next one. Al-Hajju. Al-Hajju, right? So that's Hajj, the Hajj. What part of that is showing you the? What part of Al-Hajju is showing you the? Oh, fantastic. Lesson 1, right? Oh, yes. Everybody's awake. I mean, everybody's answering. It's really good. Right? So, right? So, the is al. The al part is the. Al-Hajju, the Hajj. Ashhuru. Ashhuru is months. Months. Okay? Shahru Ramadan alladhi. Shahr. Yeah, shahr means month. Ashhur means months. Okay? So Al-Hajju is performed in the months ma'lumatun, ma'lumun, maf'ulun, ma'lumun. Okay? Now, the alif lam doesn't make it plural. Alif lam makes it the. Okay, so known, exactly. Known, feminine, fantastic. ABCD, you got it right. Yeah? Feminine, right? Because atun atin, remember? Atun atin is feminine. So it's talking about month. So month has got to be a feminine word. Ashhuru, right? Right, so al-hajju ashhurun ma'lumat, known. It had the alima done to it. Ma'lumun, known, right? And it's feminine, so ma'lumatun, because it's plural. And it's plural feminine, right? Like muslimatun, like that. Okay? Inna, I think this is the last verse. Inna, indeed, Quran al-Fajri. The Quran of Fajr, right? So the recitation of the Quran at dawn, to make it sort of, like English friendly, right? So indeed, the recitation of the Quran at dawn, kana, literally what does kana mean? Literally it means it was. Kana is past tense, yeah? It was, right? So why is kana being used? And it's talking about present tense. You get that, right? So what's the significance of kana? That's like high level, right? So kana, it was. So just keep with the sentence here. Is mashhuda, maf'ula, maf'ulun, same, but it's got double fatha, so you get an alif growing. Mashhudun becomes mashhudan. Mashhudan means witnessed, exactly, witnessed. Yes, witnessed, fantastic. Right, so indeed the Quran recitation at the Fajr, at dawn, kana mashhuda, is ever witnessed by all that is sacred. Okay, so this is an example of the fa'ilun patterns in the Quran and the maf'ulun patterns in the Quran. So they do come, so do your best to learn them, yeah? And that's the other font, yeah? Right, that was the end. Right, but before we go, not letting you go like that, right? You got to do some more work still, right? So, amrun, umurun, matter, thing, order, okay? Amrun, 248. Tabi'a, to follow. Who are the tabi'een and the tabi'een or tabi'een? The ones who followed after the Prophet ﷺ, and then those who followed them, right? And ittiba means to follow as well, right? So tabi'a, to follow. Ba'dun, ba'dun. In Urdu we say baz, bazlog, for example, right? Some, same word. Yeah. Ba'dun, some. 157. Da'a yadu'u, so another root word now. Da'a yadu'u, to call upon someone, to invite, to supplicate, right? In the Quran, the word da'a is used to call. Yeah, the verb da'a is used to call, literally call, right? To call to Allah, for example. And also, we know that dua is a supplication. Arada yuridu. Arada yuridu means to want. To want. Even in Urdu, you make irada, means you make an intention. What do you do when you make an intention? You want to do something, don't you? Arada yuridu, right? To want. Yuridu Allahu bikum al-yusra wa la yuridu bikum al-usr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants ease for you and He doesn't want difficulty. In the Quran, right? Happy to move on? Anybody got any question? I'm not planting a question here. Anybody see something a bit different here? You want to ask a question? No. What does IV stand for? Too complex for now. Level 3. That's level 3. Right? Don't worry about it. Just arada yuridu means to want. Sa'ala yas'alu. Sa'ala yas'alu. We say when in Urdu we say su'al. Su'al, isn't it? Question. Right? So sa'ala is to ask. Yas'alu. 129. Dalla yadillu. Okay? Dalla yadillu. We've done this, like we visited this verb, didn't we, in lesson 3 or 4 or 5, and here it is now. Dalla yadillu. Wala dallin is this verb here, from here. Right? 191 times, to go astray. Ta'a yati'u is to obey. Ati'u Allah, yeah, obey. 129. Abada ya'budu. Abada ya'budu. Abada means to worship. So you get Abdullah from Ibadullah, Ubaidullah, Abidun, Ma'bud. Okay, look, Fa'ala is, sorry, Abada means to worship. Ma'bud is the thing that is worshipped. Ma'bud. So I don't remember. Right. Aduwun a'da'un. Aduwun a'da'un. Aduwun is enemy. Aduwun is enemy. Qatala yaqtulu. Surprised that qatala just came now. We've done this verb so many times, yeah? So qatala yaqtulu. I hope everybody knows qatala yaqtulu, okay? Right, 170. And kataba yaktubu. Look, kataba came right at the end, right? We've done kataba like everywhere in every table, right? Nearly. So kataba yaktubu, to write, to prescribe as well, to prescribe, because prescribe is written, isn't it? It's written. Like kutiba alaykum as-siyamu, prescribed, you know, on you is siyam, fasting, right? So you're gonna get the test sent on Google Forms, inshallah. You're gonna get the test and the vocabulary sent on Google Form. The actual homework is this. The homework and the answer to the test will be sent to you via the Telegram group, inshallah. So the homework is, what are the 3 ways you can tell that a word is a future tense verb? Okay, good question. Sister M has asked, does qatala mean to fight? No, it means to kill. Qatala means to fight. Qatala. It's something else. It's something else. It's level 3, that. Right? It's another type of word. Right? So yeah. Now, what are the 3 ways you can tell a word is future tense? So the ways are, I'll just tell you now. One is a present tense verb is used in a future tense. It's in a future sentence, like tomorrow, and then the present tense verb is used. That's one way to tell it's future. The second way is when sofa comes in front of a present tense verb, it means future tense. And the other one is sa. When sa comes in front of a future tense, present tense verb, it becomes future. The difference between sa and sofa, as far as I remember, is that sofa is for further into the future, and sa is used for close into the tomorrow, like closer in the future. Sofa is further in the future, like sa is small, so small distance in the future. Sofa is longer, so longer distance in the future, generally. Allah. Determine the kafara, determine the ism fa'il of kafara. So you're putting kafara into the fa'ilun pattern, right? So it's going to become, you have a guess. And then write qatala in the maf'ulun pattern. So, and akala in the maf'ulun pattern. Yeah. And there's a surah in the last 10 surahs. In Alam Tara Kayfa. Yeah. The 10th surah from the end, I think, which has this akala in maf'ulun pattern. And you see yourself, akala means to eat, right? To eat. So you have to now put it in maf'ulun pattern, see what it makes, open up Surah Fil, Alam Tara Kaifa, that one, and look to see this word that you find when you put akala in the maf'ulun machine and it comes out with a word, and then look what akala means to eat. So you check yourself in the Quran, what does that word mean? Okay. And inshallah, I hope you have some, goosebumps. Right. And last one is learn all the words in vocabulary list. When will you teach lesson 3, level 3? Sometime in the future, inshallah. I need to put the slides together, make it into a booklet. I'm hoping maybe in a few years, maybe. But then, yeah. Right. Right. That's it. When we say, alhamdulillah, right? Learn the tables, right? Course is done. Learn the tables. Otherwise, you ain't gonna understand nothing. 100%. Right? If you do not learn the tables, you don't learn what who does, you don't know what ha does, you don't know what katabna does, katabtu does. You have to learn the tables. Without those tables, without those templates, you're not going to be able to understand the Quran. Now, what you do is you learn them, you read the Quran, look at the translation word to word, and then think, oh, okay, I've missed this one. Go check your tables. Keep your tables, print them out, put them where you stand. If you're in the kitchen, yeah, and you're standing while you're cooking, while you're washing dishes or something, put it there. Or if you're at work, or you put it by your desk. Take a picture of it, have it on the phone whenever you need it. Keep on visiting these verbs, right? And what I say is teach your family to begin with, teach somebody, because it'll cause you then to go over it again, teach your spouse, teach your children, teach, alhamdulillah, one sister's already started teaching to her local community of sisters, right? You just have to, it's like not teaching extra, just teaching what's in there, yeah? Okay, so learn tables, right? This is a verse I just want to go over. So wa'idh, and remember, yarfa'u. Rafa'a means to raise. Yarfa'u, he raises. Yeah, he raises. Okay, Ibrahimu, right? So raising. Okay, so in the context, it's going to be raising. So and when Ibrahim alayhi salam was raising al-qawa'ida, qawa'ida means the foundations. Min al-bayti, right, of the house. Wa Ismailu, and Ismail too, right? So when Ibrahim alayhi salam and Ismail alayhi salam were raising the foundations of the Bayt, of the house, they were saying, as before I do that, it's just qawaid is, like you've done qaida, you've done the qaida, yeah? Arabic qaida, we call it Arabic qaida, yeah, qaida. It's really qaida. It's like foundation of Arabic. To be able to read Quran, you need to do the qaida, right? The qaida, foundation, right? So qawaid is foundations. It's plural, right? Broken plural, level 3, I think, right? Okay, so when they were raising the foundation of the house, the Kaaba basically, what were they saying? They were saying, Rabbana, our Lord. Taqabbal, we use the word in Urdu, means accept, yeah? When somebody gets married, he says, Kabul, doesn't he, right? They say Kabul, right? Taqabbal, accept, minna, from us, innaka, indeed you, anta, you, right? As-Sami, the one who hears, the all-hearer. Al-Alim, the one who knows. So it's good when we do an action, we say, Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka anta as-Sami'ul Alim. Oh, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept from us. Indeed you are the all-hearer, the all-knower. Right, so that's the dua we're reading. Somebody, I think, just asked 1 second. Alhamdulillah, I made it to lesson 10, alhamdulillah. Yeah, alhamdulillah, we all made it to lesson 10, alhamdulillah. Yeah, somebody's asking that I joined the class 20 minutes late and I don't see the future tense in the in the booklet. That's because I forgot about the future tense totally until a few weeks ago. I realized I've not put it in, so I put it in the booklet. And what I will do, inshallah, the booklet will be available in the description of the video in a bit, inshallah, right? And I'll put it out in the Telegram group. I'll update the booklet and put all the corrections in and all that, inshallah. And this is just something else. I thought I'd sorted out the booklet properly, and it was like, as you know, I thought I'd taken out all the mistakes, and I thought that's good now, right? When I come to teach it, and I've looked at it again, and I've been teaching it, people have been saying, "Oh, you made this mistake," and so many mistakes, right? So many mistakes, and this goes to show the Quran, right? Had it been from somebody else, there would have been revision 1, revision 2, revision 3, mistake here. There's not one mistake in the Quran. Grammatically, it's on it, right? Meaning wise, it's on it. Whatever it says has it's either happened or it's to happen. There's nothing. The Quran doesn't say the world's going to end in the year 2000 and it's not happened. There's nothing that is written in the Quran that is said is going to happen for this particular time that's not happened. There's nothing that has disproved the Quran. It is perfect, right? It shows, this is different, the proofs that shows you can't, a person couldn't even come up with this. It's impossible, right? A person once asked me, he said, "Oh, it's subjective." I said, "Look, you can't even come up with a sentence of the Quran. Just come up with it, right? Prove it wrong. Just write us. You don't have to fight Battle of Badr and fight the Battle of Uhud and Khandaq. Just get your poets together and come up with 1.5 lines that are like the Quran, with its style, with its meaning, with its grammar, with its rhythm, with everything, meaning as well. Do it. You don't have to you don't have to have fights. Disprove the Quran by coming out with a sentence like the Quran, and then it's done. The religion of Islam is gone, finished. You don't have to even fight the battles of Badr and Uhud, etc. They couldn't do it. It was easier for the top poets at that time to actually fight the Muslims and try to kill the Muslims than to come up with 1.5 lines of the Quran, because they couldn't do it. And somebody said to me once, he said, "It's just subjective." I said, "Okay, just come up with a few lines." They said, "It's subjective. Somebody will say, 'Yeah, I've done it,' and you'll say, 'No, you've not done it.'" I said, "No, it's not like that." I said, "It's like having a painting competition, and everybody comes with an amazing painting. Everybody comes with an amazing painting, but one person comes with a painting, and the colors that are in that painting are not even from this world. New colors that you've never seen before. Totally, whoa, what is this? Where is it from? This is not even from this world." The Quran, think of it like it was like that at that time, meaning, yeah, they read it and they knew this is not even from this world, right? This is the Quran, right? Not even one mistake anywhere, nothing, right? Okay, I just want to finish off with this one as well. Subhanaka, glorified, how perfect you are. Allahumma means, oh Allah, like Ya Allah, right? Wa bihamdihi, and I praise you. Ashhadu, I bear witness. And that La ilaha, there is no God, illa anta, right? No one who has a right to be worshipped, illa anta, except anta, you. Astaghfiruka, I seek forgiveness. Look, ghafara, you can see ghafara in there, yeah? Ghafara, right? You can see ghafara in there, something to do with forgiveness. Astaghfiruka, I seek your forgiveness. That's level 3, by the way. Astaghfiruka. Wa atubu, and I seek forgiveness. Ilayk, from you. So this is a dua that I want to read while ending this course. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. It's only with the permission of Allah that deeds can be completed. Right? You guys have come to the end, and you are from the people Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to be at the end. Yeah. So you've completed something. It shows that you've completed something. So alhamdulillah, it's good. It's good. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it. I think this is the last, okay, this is one of the last slides. So my advice to yourselves, keep a connection with the Quran, read the verses regularly, try to figure out the meanings, look at the word-to-word translation, figure it out. That's what I used to do. I still do, right? And then go and look at the meanings and see, if you got it right. If you didn't get it right, look where you got it wrong, see if you can understand it. This is the last lesson of the course, but there's one more lesson next week, and anybody's willing, anybody can come to that one. It's where we go through the salah word to word, looking at using the word Arabic we've understood so far, yeah, and it'll be a little talk on the khushu, the importance of khushu in salah, right? The hope is once you've heard the talk and once you've gone through the word to word translation of the Quran, it sticks in your mind. So when you read salah, it'll stick in your mind, and your khushu will improve, inshallah, right? So the more you do this, look at the translation and work with the translation. The more you do this, the more you will learn and improve, inshallah. To make further use of knowledge, engage in teaching others, and all these PowerPoints, this course, it will be provided on the Telegram group. Okay, free. There's no copyright, anything. Just use them and pass them on and improve them. Right, no problem. Right, and I'll give you the booklet, the slides, inshallah. Right, so may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our efforts. It's been nice teaching you. Obviously, we've not spoken because there was many people, but may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept everybody's striving. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all our strivings. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive the Muslimin. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring the people. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give people the tawfiq to come to the Quran. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from the people of the Quran. Special people are the people of the Quran. Right, so may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from them. Jazakumullah khairan. I will see you inshallah next week still. Come next week, we'll do the final lesson. It's an 11-week course. We've done lesson 10 today, right? So inshallah we'll meet next week. And just in your booklet, these are I've put taken the tables out, the important tables. Look, table 1, this one, right? Table 2, this one. Table 3, this one. I put in order of importance in my head. Table 4, this one, right? So they're all in one place now. So you can just basically get that piece of paper, photocopy it, stick it on your wall, something, right? This is the sound masculine, remember, muslimuna, muslimina. This is the feminine, muslimatun, muslimatin, right? And that's the end of the course, inshallah. So we will meet next week, inshallah. Barakallahu feekum. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you all for attending and staying with it and staying patient. It requires patience, it requires patience to come to, to complete something. So jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.